What's up guys, David here from PhoneBuff, and I don't usually do comparisons between the different colors of the same phone, but I happen to have both the black and the white versions of the Galaxy S5 in the studio, and after spending some quality time with what will probably end up being the two most popular color choices, I found that there actually are some things to consider between the two that go beyond just the obvious color difference. So the first thing we'll take a look at are the faces of each phone. Now, besides the fact that one is white and the other is black, the thing that immediately jumped out at me when looking at these two phones side by side were those two black dots on the white version, otherwise known as sensors, that are just kind of asking for your attention, whereas on the black version, those same sensors blend in to the point where they're barely noticeable. The earpiece on the white S5 is chrome, which nicely matches the side bands of the phone, whereas on the black S5, the earpiece is blacked out just like its bezels, giving it a much more subtle look up top. Now, speaking of those bezels, on the black version, the black bezel is flat black all the way through. On the white version, you have a dotted pattern going on, which is similar to what we saw last year on the Galaxy S4. At the bottom of the S5, I found that the capacitive buttons on the black version are easier to see in direct sunlight due to the contrast of the white light against the black bezels, and they also seem to bleed less light in the dark, where the white version's capacitive buttons sort of look like they're surrounded by a white bubble. Which reminds me, while the black S5 doesn't have a dotted pattern on its bezels, it does have what looks like an air bubble going all the way around the edge of the phone. I don't know if Samsung did this for design purposes or if it's just a waterproof seal that shows up only on the black version, but the good news is it's only visible under direct light. Going around to the back of the phones, there isn't too much of a visual difference outside of what Samsung calls the charcoal black and shimmery white back covers, but there is a difference in how these back covers actually feel. The black version is more grippy and feels closer to a leather material, whereas the white version is a tad bit less grippy and feels more like a hard plastic material. Now, the difference isn't necessarily huge, but there definitely is a difference, and it's kind of hard to explain in words over video, so I think it's best demonstrated by the sounds that they each make when being scratched. If you're wondering why Samsung would make the white version's battery door feel different from the black version's, it was most likely to help the white version be more resistant to staining, which the black version naturally doesn't have to worry about as much. And so far, it looks like what they did is working, as my white Galaxy S5 has no marks or stains, but then again, I've only had it for a few weeks, so we'll have to wait and see how it fares over time. But besides that, that's pretty much it for the differences between the white and the black versions of the Galaxy S5, and everything else looks identical from what I can tell. Now, personally, I'm leaning towards the black version just because I like that clean and subtle look on the front, but I do have to say that I like the way that the back cover looks on the white version, so I may just end up rocking it Stormtrooper style with the white back cover on the black version. But let me know what you guys think. What version do you plan on picking up, or do you even plan on picking one up at all? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like this video, show your love with a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more mobile technology videos from me, just like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.